What's up everyone, Kevin Gallagher here, and in my hands is the answer to what all the comments on the last video were asking. That's right, I had done a review of the Vice digital business card and people kept saying, Kev, is there another option? There is another option. We're gonna talk about it right now. So without any further ado, let's jump into the video right now. A couple months back, I made a video on the Vice digital business card. It has since then hit. People have been looking at this video daily, commenting. Yes, I'm aware I complained about packaging and I also complained about using too much paper in the same video. Okay, I get it.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb.
But the point is that I wanted to find something that could replace the business card as I went out into networking opportunities, as I went out on work meetings, something to limit the amount of paper that I use day in and day out. This fit that bill. Now, if you remember, I gave the concept an 8 out of 10. I gave the concept of a digital business card, its functionality, how it works, an 8 out of 10. But the company of Vice is a much lower score. They really failed in logistics. I think the printing quality on the card, the amount of time it took to get to me, how they shipped it. I mean, they practically shipped it via homing pigeon. That's how long it took to get there, which many of you saw that commented in the last video. So if you remember in the comments section, people kept asking, what are some other options? And at the time, I just went online and looked up a few different things that were out there, whatever won in the SEO landscape, and sent it along to the comments section. But I always put a disclaimer, I've never used either one of these companies. In walks Chris with QRPop.net, leaving some messages and comments, and he and I started talking back and forth via email. QRPop graciously sent me a free QR Pop to test out and try on camera to show you all, to give you another option. Now, if you remember, I always start by talking about how does the packaging look and how does it come. It comes in a simple blue envelope. Inside, they include a printout of what you're gonna do and where you're gonna visit to update your card and make changes to your card. It already comes ready to go with whatever information you put in when you were purchasing the pop. In this case, mine came ready to go for anybody who I wanted to share my YouTube channel with. But there was more that I wanted to do with the whole digital business card aspect that Vice's ability using link trees and whatnot just wasn't clean enough for me. It wasn't working smooth enough for me. So currently this only exists as a contact card. It's just a business card and it doesn't do the other stuff that I want it to do. So again, inside the envelope, we have the page telling you where to go to set everything up and make changes. You have Chris's business card here, which has a cool theme to it. I like the whole arc, always return kindness, show love first, one by one. All of his uses of things like show love first. I like to see business owners that are actively trying to change the world with what they do, and everything. Arc, always return kindness. You know, just everything has a very intended purpose. Chris, I think that stuff's really cool. And last but not least, the QR Pop. That's right, this is all that this is. I had no idea what was coming when he first talked to me about the pops. I didn't know if it was a card, I didn't know if it was just a sticker, I didn't know what it was. Overall, from a marketing standpoint, and when you take a look at the website and you take a look at some of the other things and even the QR Pop itself, it's all a little bit busy. However, I truly believe this QR Pop is a much more effective way to do things than by using one of these NFC cards. Let me tell you why right off the bat. Looking at the design of the QR Pop, one of my problems with the card is that I forget to take this with me everywhere I go. You have to literally remember, I've got business cards in my car still from my last order, and I forget to take this with me and I'm still giving out business cards. The coolest aspect of the QR Pop is that it has 3M adhesive on the back of it, and it sticks on the lower part of the back of your phone. Remember, if you put it too high, it's gonna set off the scanner in your phone and it's gonna constantly pick up your NFC. So put it down towards the back of your phone, it'll stick on there and you'll never have to remember it. It'll always be with you. So whether or not you have a business card with you, if you just want to use the QR Pop, you just hold your phone up to theirs and it automatically pulls up on their phone. So for those of you paying attention, based on that aspect alone, I absolutely love the QR Pop. The other cool thing about it is, let's say the person has a cell phone that is a little bit older and doesn't have the scanning technology in their phone. One of the other things it has is a QR code right on the pop itself. If somebody scans this, it will automatically also come up on their phone and allow them to do the same thing. All in all, this little device is extremely cool and I'm very excited about using it now. So let's talk about the technology that's behind it. So once you get the QR pop and you get your login information to go to the dashboard to log in, you are then able to customize what's on there. It comes already loaded with however you ordered it. So to order these QR pops, I'm gonna have links at the end of the video as well as below in the description so you could go and order one of these QR pops. But once you log into the database, you're able to scroll through and either create your VR card or you're able to just create a redirect. Now, my whole goal and one of my problems with Vice was if I wanted to have an NFC card that does multiple things, then I had to use what was called a link tree. And the link tree just was not working very well for me. It was just a little wonky. Some of the links weren't working. It wasn't accessing YouTube. So what I ended up having to do was just put a link inside of my contact card to show them where to go to get to my YouTube channel. With this technology, you're able to do both, where you can have your VR card come up on their phone so that they can automatically save it. And then once they save it, it will then take them wherever you want them to go. So if you want them to go to your company website, it could do that. If you wanted to go to your YouTube channel, to your Twitter, to whatever it is, it could do all of that. And finally, this was also available on the other NFC technology that I had tested out. You can find out exactly how many times you have scanned this or people have hit your QR code, because that's going to be helpful if you're just using your QR code in other places. Let's say you put a big banner up at an event, you could put your QR on there, people could scan it, it could do the exact same thing, and now you can know that, hey, my QR code is being scanned. So let's see it in action. I unlock my cell phone, I take the QR pop, I hold it right here behind, and it automatically pulls it up, which brings up my contact card. And then once they hit done, I'm going to try to do this so that you can see it. It then says, would you like to redirect? I hit open and it brings you straight to my YouTube channel where they can then hopefully subscribe and watch tons of content and videos that everybody loves. So that's it. What's funny about the comparison between QR Pop and Vice is Vice's branding, their website, the look of things was nice, but the execution, customer service, and the rigidness of the technology was terrible. With QR Pop, it is the exact opposite. I don't love the QR Pop branding. I wish there was a little bit more customization to the pop itself, but I also understand why they don't do it that way. But what QR Pop does very well is the technology, giving you a lot more fluidity in using and creating and getting other things to pop up. They have a ton of tutorials. In fact, I sent Chris an email and said, hey, I'm having trouble doing X, Y, and Z. Within, I don't know, 6 hours, I had a tutorial video that he made for me to use to update on my own, because I wanted to make sure that the functionality of it all was pretty simple. And I have to say, it is pretty easy, and if not, customer service and support is there for you. So let's bring this thing in for a landing here. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to order one of these QR Pops, here is the link to do so, as well as it is in the description below. Comment below, tell me what you think about this one. If you have any questions about it, if there's anything else you want to know about it, I wish you all the best. Go check it out. Have a great day and take care.